Pelican pride, that's the motto. UWI is the UWI Stat Show.
The UWI Stat Vice Chancellor Ambassador's Corps endeavors to spread the notion of Pelican pride throughout the 3 campuses. We try to bridge the gap between alumni and students, show you that disaster mitigation is indeed important, and we also try to incorporate volunteerism activities in our daily mantra. This year, in our Year of Awareness initiative, we have chosen to provide you with information concerning gun violence awareness and child abuse. This show will focus on domestic violence awareness. It is important that you realize that domestic violence can happen to any of us, whether physical, sexual, mental, or emotional. It's time that we take a stand. We should pledge to stop domestic violence. We have to shatter the silence, stop domestic violence, and know that we are the change.
Right, so this is what number this is at Saturdays. You go at this. Right, I don't know who teach you at school, but this is.
I'm home. What are you doing, Lisa? What are you doing? Where's my food?
Listen to me, right? Stop showing that shit every time, so. Are we coming from work?
Excuse me, Lisa. Where's my food?
Mom, I have food.
Get off me!
What?
Let Lisa get off me! Don't touch me! But call police!
You ain't good. You ain't going police with you.
Lisa, you stay out of this. Do your work.
Yo, but we're not phone. You want our tongue? Because you always shouting that thing, I'll cut out for you. Listen to me, you make too much noise in this house all the time, so. Talk again.
Lisa.
Talk again. Talk again for you. Talk again. Talk. I want you to talk. Talk. Please talk. Talk.
Stop!
Domestic violence is not okay. It's time to put an end to it.
Today I'm in this kitchen. It's an ordinary day, but it's different today because I'll never forget in this very kitchen that time I was a victim of domestic violence. I have a partner and she sometimes gets jealous. I'm a professional business coach and I have clients that sometimes call my house and it's normal for them to do that. But lately I've seen that my partner, she doesn't like it. I can't do anything about it, so I try to tell her that it's just my work. But apparently it wasn't enough. So one day I was in the kitchen and we were both talking together. We were discussing our day and she was making bakes and the phone rang in the hall. So I left to answer it. And I don't even remember turning around. I just heard the kitchen door slam and before I knew it I just felt this intense heat on my back. And that evening she was making bakes. So apparently she just took up the frying pan and poured the oil over me. And I'll never forget that. It was a very traumatic experience for me. And if I had known earlier and I had picked up on the signs, then I don't think I would be in this position today. Domestic violence is wrong and nobody should have to live through that.
When I was born, my mom raised me as a single parent, and I don't really know what it was like not having a father around, because I was never really accustomed. But one day, my mom came home, and she said that your uncle's coming to live with you, live with us. And I remember, first thing that came to my mind was excitement and joy. I'd finally be able to go outside and play sports and kick ball with a father figure, quote unquote. I was happy. And then he came to live with us. And it started normal. Like, we used to play cricket in the backyard. He taught me how to tie a tie when I was about to start school. But before all that, it wasn't how family life is supposed to be. One day, After we were playing cricket outside, we went back into the house and he told me to go and bathe because it's a normal thing, I guess, you know, people sweat when they're playing sports. My mom was home, she was still at work, and my uncle at the time, he didn't have a job, so he was the only one home with me. And halfway through the shower, he came into the bathroom and he asked me if I had cleaned myself properly. And at the time I was just like, well, yeah, I don't understand what you're asking. And he said he had to come and make sure that I did it properly. And he pulled across the blinds of the shower and he came into the shower and he abused me. And I didn't know what to do because he's supposed to be a family member, he's supposed to be somebody that cares for me, he's supposed to be somebody that loves me, and he just abused. I'm now 25 and it's still hard for me to tell the story. The only person I was able to tell was my mother after 10 or so years. But abuse is not something to joke about, and it happens to anybody.
I pledge to join the collective and collaborative movement to end sexual violence, domestic violence, harassment, assault, and rape. I pledge to not sweep assault under the rug. I acknowledge that it happens all too often, and it is up to all of us to end it.
I pledge to support survivors. I pledge to step in if I see something. I pledge to intervene if someone's being threatened, harassed, or bullied.
I pledge to not use language that blames the victim or survivor. I pledge to believe every person that discloses a sexual assault.
I pledge to educate myself on the definitions and prevalence of sexual assault. I pledge to promote consent. May I hug you? May I kiss you? And to cultivate a culture of mutual respect.
I pledge to acknowledge that sexual violence, assault, rape, and domestic violence has no bounds. Anyone can be victimized. Men, women, children, elderly, and in every class and ethnicity. I pledge to be an ambassador for change and work towards creating a supportive community.
I pledge to be a responsible parent and protect my child from those who harm. If I am a survivor, I pledge to make a conscious choice to embark on a journey to heal and know that healing is possible for everyone.